So what do you do when you have to find an angle using the cosine rule? You have three sides. You want to find the angle that's included, that's between two of the sides. What do? You label up. You need to identify. You know the formula is a squared plus b squared plus c squared minus 2b cos a. You know that. That's in your head, not just in your book. Yeah, of course. Whereas capital A is the angle of interest, so common A is the length that's opposite capital A. And B and C can be any length you want. So B can be the 9, C can be the 20. You could do the other way around, you will still get the same answer as me. Once you have labeled up, you do your substitution. So we have 13 squared because A is 13, common A. I don't do that enough. Talk about the common and capital A. So that's a target for me. Then B squared is going to be 9 squared. C squared is 20 squared, and we're going to take away 2 times 9 times 20 times cos x. A, the angle, is x. That's what we were given on our diagram. We want to find x. So what are we going to do? Well, we need to make x the subject of the formula, don't we? And that's what, again, if I was doing this all in one with a calculator, I would immediately go into doing that, making x the subject of the formula. But I'm going to take a more traditional approach based on what I've seen over the years and what most people will do at this stage, and it's perfectly fine if you're comfortable with this, is to work out the square the numbers. So 13 squared is 169. Is equal to 81. 9 squared is 81 plus 400. That's your 20 squared. And then you would work out the 2 times 9 times 20. That's 18 times 20 gives you 360 cos x. Now, of course, if this was all decimals, I ain't going to do it in my head. You'll do it as decimals. You'll use the calculator. But most people tend to do a bit of work like this first, and that's fine. Where do we go from there? Well, then remember, we have to make x the subject. So at this stage, well, we'll go 169 is equal to 481 minus 360 cos x. And that means 169 take away 481. Just for clarity, the 481 came from 81 plus 400 is 481. Now we're taking 481 from both sides, so we get 169. Take away 481 on the left, and that's going to be equal to minus 360 cos x. So you see we're getting closer and closer to x, yeah? The number of terms is just reducing, isn't it? 169 take away 481 is minus 312. It's minus 312. So minus 312 is equal to minus 360 cos x. That means that cos x is going to be minus 312 divided by minus 360. And to find x, we want to make x the subject of the formula. X is an angle. You should recall from your basic trig work that to find angles, you use the inverse of the trig function. So x is going to be equal to cos inverse minus 312 over minus 360. You plug that into your calculator. That will give you 29.9 degrees. It is totally up to you if you want to take this approach and show all those steps. If you want to do the rearranging and just plug all of it into a calculator, that does the job perfectly fine as well. The choice is yours. Whatever your style is, the key thing is that you show some form of clear working, and you get the correct answer. That has to be the focus. So this, a valid approach of how you would use the cosine rule to find an unknown angle.